flip back. Sorry, I had to adjust something to make sure everything was going right in live.
His arms, whirling like windmills, are soaked with the blood of his enemies. Mangled corpses litter the battlefield. Good God, this is some retrograde stuff.
Yeah.
When was this shit written?
I know, right?
You flip to the copyright page. This book was written in 38.
Oh, shit. Pretty and heroic. Give this a chance. I'll give it a
Berserker rage burns in his azure-hued eyes as he brings glory and honor to his long-lost Heimdalla tribe. From the village of Heimdall, the ivory giant roars like an ice bear, and the winds of Gatla howl out his name.
Okay.
Man from Heimdall rides on a gilded griffin, his golden mane billowing in the breeze. Both Zweihanders sheathed on his back. He is off to war. Will he conquer his enemies? Will he conquer himself?
Onward.
The steel muscles of man from Heimdall gleam in the humid jungle air. Yet the man does not sweat. In meditation, his soul drifts in the frigid northlands he calls home.
Holy shit, this is so me.
A passage reads, "The man from Heimdall looks up, his eyes blue as the mountain lakes of his homeland. He rarely speaks, but now his voice booms in the darkened throne room. Do not try to sap my masculine essence, wicked temptress. Son of Heimdall will never succumb to your seductive wiles."
It's such a Chad. But, you know, hey, every generation has this stuff.
Thine spells are no match for purity and strength of will. Brothers of Heimdall, stand above the vices of flesh, for it is weak and corruptible, yet mine is forged in gore and strife. Queen Lydiana just laughs, a sultry and salacious sound, then says,
Hold on. Give me a moment. Let's do it like this. Caffeine fix. Now I can switch to herbal. Not to keep myself so wired. Okay. And she says,
I have grand plans for you, man from Heimdall. She gestures her diabolical hand toward an array of potions and unguents. First, you shall please me. Then lead my armies against the vicious cannibals. Not a muscle moves in the face of the man from Heimdall. Yet inside, there is turmoil. This goes against all he holds sacrosanct.
I kept hoping it would get better, but the writing's terrible. Let's let him get into the book.
In the final pages, man from Heimdall mounts Gallavarin, his mighty griffin, and turns his gaze to the horizon. Queen Lydiana is dead, but an army of cannibals is storming the gates, and still there's no word of trusty Tyribald.
Oh no.
To find out what happens next, you'll have to pick up Man from Heimdall and the Three-Eyed Skull, available in fine bookstores everywhere. Spring 39.
Wow, so that got me nothing. Except some background text.
The display rack is brimming with worn paper.
Oh yes, certainly.
I know, I'm not supposed to get into buying some.
The cover of this tattered paperback features the man from Heimdall, standing atop a pile of bloody corpses. His two Zweihanders are crossed over his massive chest in a dramatic X, their blades dripping with gore. Behind him rise the harsh, snow-capped peaks of his native Northlands. In bold red letters, the title, Heimdallaman, the man from Heimdall, unfurls like a banner. In the foreground, a nearly nude woman lies spread in supplication, her privates strategically covered by her flowing black hair.
Speaks to the 13-year-old boy in all of us. Or, whatever. No judgment.
These images speak to something burbling deep within you. Quick, find someone or something that needs to be gutted, beheaded, impaled on a spike. The back blurb reads, his latest adventure serves as the perfect introduction to the savage Heimdall saga. Meet man from Heimdall, his faithful blood brother Tyribald, the noble Lord Hrothgar, and some of their most fearsome foes yet, for the Northlands, for Heimdall.
For Nords everywhere.
Below, in smaller font, you see the parenthetical, adapted from Man from Eildal and the Necromancer's Treasure, Man from Eildal, Lord of Hrothgar, and Man from Eildal, the Curse of Nacht Hera. A brazen attempt to bilk fans for more money by splicing together old stories under a new title.
Publisher must have a dim view of their readers.
Their main concern is the continuation of the franchise, not making literary history.
Right.
The story opens in media res. The man from Heimdall and his band of northern reavers are in the bowels of an ancient temple, surrounded by an army of gibbering whites, led by the deathless necromancer. One by one, the brave Northmen fall to the relentless crush of undead, only to join their number as reanimated corpses.
Ooh, very, Game of Thrones-y. White Walker.
By nightfall, only the man from Heimdall and his blood brother, noble Tyribald, are left standing against the dead horde. It is an honor to die by your side, brother, Tyribald cries, as his battle axe beheads one of their reanimated comrades.
Wow, they're in trouble now. I'm too old for this.
9, Tyribald. The man from Heimdall bellows over the army of flesh and bone. Have courage for the Northlands. For Heimdall. He leaps to the mezzanine to face the black-eyed figure, and like a mad ice bear, whirling twin Zweihanders, Sturm and Drang, he plows through the ranks of the deathless, surrounding the necromancer.
Sturm, I know, is German for storm. Drang, I don't know. But I would think storm and thunder, maybe. You know, it's like. Somehow I could see this guy being comically played by Jack Black.
It is physically impossible for a human being to
Tenacious D
effectively
persona.
dual-wield Zweihander swords in any kind of real-life combat situation.
No shit.
And with deadly finesse, his twin blades scissor the necromancer's head from its body. The undead legions collapse like ragdolls as the dark magic leaves them, and the two Northmen stand alone in their cursed temple, where the bodies of their lost brothers litter the floors.
Holy shit, resync to $60. Fuck that noise. Sorry, I just remembered a game I wanted to wishlist. Damn, what was it? It was like The Witcher, but with vampires. Shit. I'll just look it up real quick so I don't forget, and so I don't bug you guys. The vampire. Blood of Dreamwalker? I think that's it. Yeah. Let's see. Blood of Dreamwalker. Yeah, there it is. Because this was... Oh, it's out already. Oh, pre-purchase, sorry. Coming September 2nd. Let me wish list this. Yeah, it's like The Witcher, but a vampire.
A few chapters later, the man from Heimdall and Tyribald are in a completely different setting, high above an arid desert, riding a pair of griffins that always seem to appear at narratively convenient moments.
Well, why don't they just ride the griffins all the way there?
This book makes a mockery of the very idea of good plotting, though something tells you coherence was never the point. The Northmen find themselves in the court of a powerful southern king, Lord Hrothgar. The old king beseeches the man from Heimdall to rid his kingdom of the Nachtherra, a subterranean clan of blind wizards who traded their souls for demonic powers. The man from Heimdall extracts a high price from the desperate king. He asks land for the homeless desert pygmies living exiled in the kingdom's borderlands. Hrothgar offers the hand of his eldest daughter instead, but the son of winter does not budge.
All aboard for slaughter and glory. Hold on, why is the man from Grumble doing any of this?
What do you mean?
Why is he doing all of this?
Because the flame of justice burns bright within his chest. Because, above all, he's driven to bring honor to the name of his beloved Heimdall. Because his noble Cutlan blood lusts for glory and conquest. It cannot be denied.
Is that all?
What do you mean, is that all?
Is there anything else to his character? I mean, depth?
He is the man from Heimdall.
There it is.
Forged in the fury of battle. Death was his sire, and blood his dam. He had but 14 winters when he left his frigid homelands in Cutla to seek glory and honor. That is his character.
Oh.
He doesn't even have a real name. What is inside this man? Or is muscle and bone all he is?
Okay, but does he have any internal tension?
He is the wildest man alive. The only mortal strong enough to wield the twin Zweihanders, Sturm and Drang, whose names mean storm and...
Oh, but yes, I get that. He's strong and he's got big swords, but why should I care about his character?
What are you, a book critic?
Actually, yes, I'm a goddamn art cop.
Enough. You're ruining the pacing of the story. Now where did you leave off? Ah, yes. What pacing? You skip past a section detailing an elaborate banquet with many toasts, as well as the long and perilous journey from Hrothgar's keep to the ancient forest of Yesdar, where our heroes infiltrate the Nachtherre's dire hall. In the center of the great hall stands a blood altar on which a pair of Nachtherre are disemboweling a shrieking peasant, an unholy rite that empowers the Nachtherre forbidden magic. As the vile ceremony ends, the sound of steel unsheathing draws the Nachtherre's attention to a pair of cloaked figures standing in the... This is what you came for, isn't it? A climatic bloodletting, where men are reduced to muscle and fury. Swiftly, the visitors toss off their cloaks and unsheathe glimmering northern steel. It's the man from Heimdall and his valiant blood brother, Tyribald.
Yeah, who else could it be?
In an instant, the Nachtherre summon a horde of gibbering orcanoids who rush our heroes. The hall fills with the clang of blades and the screams of the dying as the floor goes slick with steaming orcanoid viscera. Oh, for fuck's sake.
It's something when the game does my job for me. Oh, for fuck's sake. Vanessa Alvarez, number of welcome, I guess.
When the din of battle settles, only the man from Heimdall and Tyribald remain standing. Exhausted and dripping with the entrails of their foes, the two Northmen confront the foul Nachtherre. The man from Heimdall's soda-like blue eyes fill with indescribable fury. For the Northlands, he cries, rushing headlong into a desperate melee.
You gotta be kidding me.
What?
This is almost exactly the same as the first scene, even though word gibbering is used twice.
In the first scene, the man from Heimdall fought a powerful necromancer and his army of the dead. Now he's confronting a pair of Nachtherre and their horde of orcanoid thralls. The two couldn't be further apart.
Okay, fine. What happens
An
next?
excellent question. One easily answered by purchasing the next thrilling chapter in the Heimdallaman saga, Heimdallaman at the Gates of Tomorrow. The last page of this one merely reads, To be continued. Considering the sheer amount of different Heimdallaman books out there, it's very unlikely you're ever gonna find the sequel.
So it's like a shonen.
The man from Heimdall stares at you on the cover.
Just put the book away. Can I sell this back? Got 5 experience. Trying to think of what I want to level up next. Empathy would be a good one to upgrade. So would volition. Yeah, volition. Let's max this one first, because it'll keep you from, getting depressed and game overing because of loss of morale. Okay, I think that was it. Other than the
A small mountain of colorful board game boxes. There are numerous types of games for all ages. A lot of shelf space seems to be taken up by Wirral-related merchandise.
Wonderful board games, sir. The Viticulturist is a classic for sure. Or perhaps you'd like Archipelagos of Insulinda, a very educational game for those interested in geography.
Archipelago of Insulinda. That sounds like Lords of Catan.
Browbritter is a fun game of economic competition, but can get quite intense after a while. We have games for the whole family. You can play with your children.
Who are you going to play board games with? Do you have friends or family?
Do I have friends?
Are you actually friends? Or just colleagues thrown together by circumstance?
I don't feel as if I have any kids.
Friends are technically like family. For playing with friends, I'd recommend Suzerainty. It's a civilization building game where you build a civilization, then set off to brutally colonize and repress other civilizations. It'll cost 12 real.
These world things.
Lousy auras there. No, role-playing games are popular among those types. You know, who are into those kind of things. Personally, I don't like it. Not at all. I've heard they turn people into occult enthusiasts.
Yeah. Let me go pay my bill for it. Well, no. Actually, once I find my... Because there's the fisherman shacks, and there's the one I can stay at, supposedly. Which... is this one, I guess? Gave me the key, right?
You're not sure about the melody, but it...
Welcome to the fishing village. Please lean in closer. I have cataracts.
Oh, have I not talked to her before?
Oh, welcome, police officer. We don't cause any trouble around here.
Okay.
We are not here to cause any trouble, madame.
Oh, of course. Last time we saw you around here was 12 years ago. You also came to take care of trouble then. Wish you did. But still, in Martinez, you're considered an ill omen. Oh, the usual.
Yeah, what kind?
Dark tidings. Black hound.
That's you, all right. A black hound licking your own heels.
Oh, can't I be licking my own balls? I'd rather do that. I'd never leave the couch. Wait, I've been here before?
No, not you
Yeah.
personally.
Yes.
I meant the RCM.
Right.
Some of the men got into a fight. One of them killed another. Locked himself in that woodshed over there.
Oh.
He was brooding, needed some help opening the door. You got it open for him and took him to think about what he'd done in a more secluded place.
She says it as if he was on some kind of spiritual
I am
retreat.
an ill omen, alright.
Maybe they are afraid.
Why?
Because you're an ill omen. But you're still welcome here. As long as men with guns aren't chasing you. And maybe even then. Because that's the kind of fishing village we've built.
Oh.
I'm sorry there's not a lot of room to park the motor carriage. And not a lot of houses. Or a lot of people. My kids are long gone. Searching for treasure. So are others.
Aren't we all?
Ah, look at me ramble on. What brings you to us?
Where could someone stay around here?
Stay? Most people here are trying to leave. That said, if lodgings is what you're looking for, I've got a free room in the shack.
It's the building behind her. Okay.
I won't charge you for it. Take it as a gesture of goodwill from the village to the RCM.
Wait, hold on. You're just giving me this?
No one is using it, and God knows it's not much anyway. You can stay there.
This guy, Gapt, who makes me give him money every night just so I don't die out in the cold.
That's exactly how they get ya. That's why we built our own cinder block houses on the seaside. So we don't have to give money to those crooks. We might not look like much, but they are ours.
You got yourself a tenant.
Don't make an old woman regret opening her house to the police.
Just run very pushy hands.
Well, if you are not in the hostel in the morning, I'll know where to find you. Here, in the shack.
Yes. What is in this
Just
fishing boat?
us. It's barely a village anymore. We almost don't exist.
What do you mean?
This is pretty much a non-place. A gap. A blank spot on the map. Just a cluster of nameless shacks on a nameless street.
The place is so pornographically poor, it's not even funny.
There's got to be something here.
Over there, you can find more of the same. Shacks and trees growing wild. That's the pox.
The pots.
An
What's
old
that?
military hospital and its surroundings. Or it used to be
Oh yeah, the pots.
during the time of the suzerain. After the war, it was turned into a goodwill hospital for shell-shock
Very shell-shocked
veterans and folks looking for some quiet in the old sanatorium gardens. Now the area is crisscrossed with nameless streets and makeshift cinderblock houses, shacks as far as the eye can see.
I have another hospital.
The goodwill ran out. The staff left and the place was shut down. It's long gone by now.
Who else here?
Well, there's Lillian and her kids. A few new folks live in the house to the east, but they are away right now. And then there's the drunks. Not a pretty sight, but there's little we can do about it. Home is home, even for them.
I met Lily and her kids. already.
Lillian is tough. Tougher than the men here, at least. If it wasn't for her and the kids, this place wouldn't have a spark of life left.
I haven't seen any drunks yet.
Sooner or later, you'll see for yourself. Don't have to look long to find these guys.
Any way to make money?
Here, for you, no officer. The only money we have
Alright.
here is some coins the drunks try hiding from their women.
She nods, rinsing another piece of cloth.
Okay. Well, let's just go through it. What's further
Not
down the
much.
coast?
There's the abandoned church, the Dolorian Church of Humanity. It's been there since before my time, even.
Was it
Some
abandoned?
things just don't fly, officer. Look around.
Smell the
Who'd go
captain's
to
file.
church here? They built it 300 years ago.
So,
Ah.
they don't hold services there anymore? The Ecclesiastes.
No, we've tried, but things just keep happening. Crime, accidents, other things. The place never stays open. It's a pity. It used to be such a nice church.
What else is down the
Before you
coast?
get to the church, there's some ruins, an apartment complex,
Some
or some kind
ruins,
of
right.
electrical plant. Run-down bunch of houses, empty.
Which is it then? Apartments
I
on the
don't know exactly. A pre-war place. It used to be something. Before the war. I wasn't here then, you know. Was born in Samara.
left. Anything else?
Of note, the old fish market up on the boardwalk. But it's closed.
The fish market here. That's it. There's got to be
What?
more.
You're one of those real estate people with big plans? If you want a development opportunity, you can check out the abandoned building over at Land's End. Used to be a supply depot, we think, sending goods and ammo across the bay. It's jammed shut though. We tried to get in, see if there was anything to sell or scavenge, but it's impossible. And now you know everything there is to know about this coast.
Tell me about yourself.
Me? No one. Just an old washerwoman. Mother called me Isabel, if that's what you're asking. And my married name is Sadie.
Thanks for coming.
Now it's your turn, Mr.
Lieutenant de W. Frater Harry Dubois.
Quite a handle you got there. So many titles. One of them double.
Found this jacket, but it's filthy. Could you wash it for me?
I can wash it for you. But it's going to take about a half an hour. Think you can stay put for that long?
I could use a breather. It's been another track and field day.
Yeah.
Well, hand it over then, and I'll see what I can do. Must say, I'm proud of this one. It's pretty nice underneath all that filth. I hope you'll have an easier life in your hands.
Alright, let's see what that jacket turned into. F-A-L-N, all windbreaker. Huh. There we go. Now we can take pain and stuff better. That's more shaft. Got a 5 right now. What about the pain? We'll have to hurt you. So thinking volition mixed pain threshold would be kind of what we do. Yeah.
The door has seen better days. The layer of paint has started to peel off due to the salt and wind from the sea. Even the lock looks slightly rusted.
I'll wait outside to give you some time and privacy to check out your new living arrangement. But just so you know, after we are done with the day, I'll still be staying in the whirling in rags for the night. We'll meet in front of the shack in the morning.
The key turns with a satisfying click. You can enter the shack now.
The intricate heat engine hums quietly, giving out pleasant warmth. It's creak under your step. Old science fiction magazines, books about bird watching, Almanac from 39. See the waves, the sea, truth.
On the table, you see a bowl of water, a rough soap, and next to it, a small hand mirror. A straight razor soaks inside the wash basin.
Shaving the right call.
The water reflects back a vague image of your face. Nose bulbous and red, hair unkempt, wrinkles lining the eyes and forehead. The stash is gigantic.
Let me leave. Do another quick save, and I'll try shaving again.
On the table, you see a bowl of water. Your hand trembles as you scratch your cheek. Oh no, that's not how a grown man shaves. Thank God, I would have cut your throat.
Yeah, so let me, is it a quick load? Sorry for saves coming, but I'd like to get this, I'd like to get them all cleaned up.
On the table, you see a bowl of water, a rough soap. Like an artist with a brush or a master swordsman, you use the small mirror and the straight razor with some soap to remove all that unkempt hair from below the nose line. The sharp blade chafes against your skin, producing a scratching sound. The surface underneath the beard feels tender, the air brushing against it chilly. They feel so smooth, surprisingly so. A feeling of freshness overcomes you, as if you just came from a cold bath.
Shaving the right
The
color.
water reflects back a vague image of your clean-shaven face. Despite the bulbous nose, unkempt hair, and persistent swelling, you look a little younger, maybe. You almost look like a professional.
Right.
An old mirror hangs on the wall. You see your reflection in it. The expression fixed to your clean-shaven face. You're still not accustomed to it.
Dig deep into your mind to locate the source of the expression. Attempt to stop the expression. Let's see where it comes from.
Like the rest of you, it comes from a bad...
Let it be for now. I know. Being an asshole shouldn't be safe scumming, but honestly, I'd like to get him in a better place.
On the table, you see a bowl of water. Your hand trembles as you scratch your chin.
At least the dice rolls are completely random.
On the table, you see a bowl of water. Like an artist, the sharp blade chafes it. They feel so smooth. The water reflects me almost.
Quick save.
An old mirror hangs on the wall. You see your reflection. Like the rest of you, it comes from...
Encyclopedia should be giving me.
An old mirror hangs on the wall. You see your... It belongs in the new, the third decade of the current century. Enough time had passed from the failure of the revolution that, for a fleeting moment, free market economy seemed like the ultimate, uncontested way of life for our species.
Okay.
Things were good. It was smooth sailing. People made gold and champagne-tinted interiors and facades to suit the times, calling this the new style. But more importantly, disco happened. For Revachol, your city, that meant only one thing. Guillaume Lamillion. Out of the dazzling swirl of disco music, in an open-air boîte de nuit somewhere in Revachol West, Guillaume's blonde mane appeared on the screen. He sang some bullshit. Then he made the expression.
You'll need to add a clicking sound when I make the click-click. So I adopted it. Why?
Everyone loved it. Maybe you thought some of the stardust would rub off on you. Maybe it did. Either way, it's all gone now. Only the grimace remains.
How long ago was the new...
There is a vast ocean of time between right now and the expression. Looking good on you, or anyone. 2 decades, if the calendar is to be trusted. Humanity has run aground in that time. It's a different world now. The expression is a relic.
I feel like I need to add
The click is used to spur on a horse. It also features heavily in Guillaume Lamillion's regional mega hit, Don't Worry, Your Pretty Little Head. Sometimes you like to add finger pistols to the mix, because unlike Guillaume Lamillion,
Yeah, of course.
you are a police officer. It's your nifty little way to say, I'm armed and dangerous.
Anything else? Like, who am I? Why did I become a cop? Why did I drink myself into oblivion?
You have some understanding of the near history of disco, plus the trivia you've picked up along the way. Episodic memory, however, remains in the dark. It may never return. You should prepare yourself for that. It doesn't have to be. You can swoon over Guillaume and his champagne-corked smile whenever you want to. Maybe some of the stardust will return.
Attempt to stop the expression from happening. Let the be for now. Nani. Oh, did I level? No. It's just showing me my next thing. Ah. Weapon. To gear. Let me on. Okay. the clouds. Okay. So I acquired a new thought process. Oh. Corrosive jacket. Plus one launcher. Oh gee, how do I look? Now I look like a detective. Especially if I wear my disco tie. Wonder where I'm gonna find my pistol.
The bed is comforting, if a bit run down. Still, you've earned a rest.
No time yet. Not the time, Kid. Whoever you. I am the detective with no name. Jean Renaud Baptiste, or whatever my name is. Anyway, okay, let me save, because that's a lot of progress. It's fast travel. Now we can go back in. Let's see, I can't pry that open yet. Is there anything more we can do with the body?
The bear's eyes are still glowing red. It's guarding over the freezing corpse hidden inside its
Death,
belly.
probable cause, stop wasting time. Smart. Tell me something, Dead.
Shoot, Looney Rooney.
How do you like it in the fridge?
I like it a lot, brother. This really is your finest hour. You're a genius. A regular Corporangelo.
Mm-hmm. The autopsy said you have an ancient mystery.
Oh yes, Kobo mi Lobo. In the gift horse's mouth. Tracts and wakes and waterways. Ancient materials buried.
Yeah, but to where, brother?
Just a small gulp away, my beloved Kobo. A small gulp away.
Alcohol.
Come back later, Kobo. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features. If possible, also, see me in your dreams.
Okay, I'll close the door. Quick save.
The bear's eyes are still glowing red.
Alright, no whammies,
It's
no
guarding
whammies,
over
no
the
whammies.
freezing corpse hit. Your arms reach out and your eyes close, as if by their own volition. It's dark all around. You feel cold, slippery flesh, first with your fingertips, then under the palm of your hand.
What's this?
His face, his cheeks, his nose, his fat, swollen lips. Like a spider, your hand crawls over his features. Everything is silent.
Pull up his
They
monster.
are swollen shut. You need to really push to get in.
Push your fingers.
Only the little one fits. The flesh changes shape as you bore in, searching for something in the cartilage. The thing you're looking for, it's not there. Crawl out, spider.
Put your fingers in his mouth. Ah, Charlie bit me.
The oral cavity is cold and moist. A ball-like tongue attaches itself to the base of the mouth, lolling around like a scallop. You're on the right track.
Stay with it. This feels right. Nice. This feels right, not nice, excuse me. Yeah, this feels...
The tongue moves freely in the cavity. The mucus of the mouth is slippery, delicate to touch. From the soft meat, teeth are budding. Hard pearls of bone in the gums and in the back of the mouth. Can you feel it? You're so close. Rip his jaws open now. Look in.
Open your eyes and look.
A vision of black and dark red death, pried open by your naked hands and studded with teeth. Looks like he's laughing. Death fumes rising from the throat, and there, in the back of his mouth, above the bell of the uvula, right in the soft palate. You see a hole, barely visible to the human eye. It is swollen shut, almost vanished. No larger than 0.4 centimeters in radius, the edges appear darkened. An abrasion collar. This is what we're after.
Abrasion collar.
I see it.
In his hand, his notebook is open. At the rib pages. Touch it with your finger gently.
A black trickle of liquid runs into his throat from the wound.
Okay.
Your index fits right in there. A tight tunnel of flesh opens up. Tissue damage. Wide enough for 2 fingers. As you push both in, you reach through his mouth, right into his brainstem.
Brainstem.
Yes, that's what this part is called.
Feel around first.
The basal ganglia feels clumpy. What entered here has torn apart his reptilian complex. This man will never sleep again. Never wake.
Push deeper, I guess.
Your fingers slide into the remains of his limbic system. There is no resistance. It's gelatinous. The slug-like structures are damaged too. The tearing extends deep into both hemispheres.
There's a cavity cut right between the hemispheres.
The lieutenant answers with the sound of his pen on paper.
All right.
Your fingers are all the way in now, reaching toward the inside of his skull. The cavity goes further, but the entry wound isn't wide enough for the rest of your hand to follow.
Wriggle
Your
in.
fingers reach toward his skull. His cerebral cortex feels like jelly. Cold jelly. Strange fluid streams down your wrist as you push deeper until you feel it on the tip of your finger.
Bullet.
Sharp, serrated material. The edges cut right into your skin. The pain is barely noticeable under the adrenaline rush.
Feel this object. Solid object right under the skull.
Can you get to it?
Inspect the skull
There's
first.
a tiny crack, a protrusion in the cranium, right in the back of his head. Your finger must be pointing straight at it, from the inside. The object that is in there stops just short of the skull, in the encephalus, knocking this tiny fracture into the cranium.
The hole.
We have the makings of a very small exit wound here.
Fish it out. Yes. Bullet.
You pick the object between your index and middle finger. Feels sharp, like metal. You press your teeth together. Your jaw is clenched. All you need to do is just...
Good, good.
Got it.
The inside of the head feels cold and smooth, like a glove, sweat dripping down your brow. Careful not to lose the prize between your fingers. With a plop, your hand emerges from the mouth, covered in blood up to the wrist. Between your fingers, a small flower, a blossom made of lead.
Yep, a hollow point.
A bullet.
Drop it in.
The bullet falls in the bag, leaving a smattering of blood on the plastic. He raises the bag under his eyes and says,
A non-calibre. Rifled. Some kind of brittle alloy. Fractured on impact.
Can I have
Of course. You've earned it.
evidence? Yay.
Looks like we need to add one more item to your injury list. Injury number 4. Oval entry wound with an abrasion collar. Soft palate, back of mouth.
Vision collar. Over entry. Oh, abrasion collar, as in around the wound there's abrasiveness?
High velocity. Temporary cavity in brain tissue. Small exit wound on the occiput. How does that sound?
Sounds about right.
Opinion, fatal injury.
Agree.
And one last thing. We should amend injury number 3. Ligament mark. New opinion, non-fatal. Post-mortem. Treatment.
he's proposing the bullet was the real cause of
Cause
death,
of death. Yeah.
and the hanging an attempt to conceal this fact.
Marked fractured landing bone. Was all 3.
Yes, and the belt around his neck. The hanging. Even dragging him to the yard. All of it was done after this man was already dead.
Dead. Dabba doop doop. Agree.
I have had my doubts since you showed me the tracks. Why did they carry him over? Why not march him, I thought. There was no satisfying explanation.
That's true.
There have been other signs too. Small details. Everything is too neatly designed for us to assign probable cause here, as we did, full-heartedly. Well, no more.
We almost fell for it, he thinks. Almost.
Yeah. It's a good thing my...
There is, of course, the
little
very real
detective in him gets
possibility
say,
he was
"Hey."
both shot and hanged.
Maybe they just shot him while they hanged him? But no, they didn't march him over. Maybe the bullet holds more answers. Why would anyone do this?
To hide something.
Yeah.
The real killer? The real motivation? What really happened here? Oh, you really do. I am glad to hear you say that. Your room in the Whirling in Rags should come with a bathroom. Be sure to make use of it in the evening.
This bullet holds more
Yes,
answers.
we should take a closer look at it. I am certain it has more to tell us.
This little thing could reveal much about the weapon that shot it.
Yeah, what happens next?
We bag the corpse and carry him to the holding pen of my kinema. I can transport him to processing myself, but I will be gone for the rest of the day.
Don, what should I do in the meantime?
Work on the case. Tend to personal
Yeah.
matters. Try not to do anything too dangerous. An officer needs backup in a neighborhood like this. I'll leave that choice to you. And one more thing. Great work,
yeah.
detective.
After you bag the corpse, Lieutenant Kitsuragi will leave the party until tomorrow morning. You can do side tasks and even the main case, but it might be more difficult. Plan his exit accordingly.
I doubt I'll be able to remove the boots, but...
I thought we decided to leave it to processing. Let's not turn this into some kind of circus.
Okay, so you can sneak out of your room maybe, after he's gone asleep.
Alright. Alright, let's just close the door. Okay, yeah, we're going to level up. Delicious. Bullet mushroomed out on impact. It's more like a fanciful jacket button than something that can pierce the skin of flesh and bone.
The bullet is safely sealed away in a plastic bag bearing the RCM stamp. Kim has filled out the label on the bag with the item number, case number, and date and location the bullet was found. Beside his orderly handwriting, the bullet looks especially sad, like a tiny, shriveled head of cauliflower.
What do I do with you, Bullet?
What?
I said, what do I do with you, Bullet?
Well, if I was the bullet, which I'm not, I would say find the weapon that shot me.
Good idea.
If we find who owns it, we will have likely found who used it, possibly to
right.
kill our victim. In conclusion, the more we know about this bullet of yours, the better.
Full of feel.
The squashed bullet has some sharp edges where the jacket has split open. It feels cold, even through the bag. You wouldn't ordinarily have cause to handle jacketed bullets. The citizens' militia uses cast bullets only. Little pebbles of metal loaded from the muzzle, usually in a cartridge. The jacket of the bullet is made of a yellowish metal. It has blossomed out to reveal a dark grey core. The base of the bullet is close to 5 millimeters in diameter.
5mm caliber. Yellowish. So brass. Jacketed. With a lead core, I'm guessing.
You can just about make out a few striations near the base of the bullet.
Striations.
Little hairlines, linear. It feels standard.
The core?
It's quite destroyed. Some of the fragments are still lodged in the wound.
What can you say about the bullet so far?
Jacketed bullet close to 5mm.
A jacketed bullet. Okay. It would have been shot from a military-grade breech-loading rifle, not from a muzzleloader like those typically found on the streets of Martinez.
We were right. This came from a serious weapon. Highly unusual. The people of Revachol haven't carried breech-loading weapons like this for nearly half a century.
Maybe he shot him, got depressed and shot himself.
Even the RCM uses ordinary unjacketed conical bullets. This is strange. Very strange. I like this, officer. Strange means unique. Unique means incriminating. We need to find the gun that shot it.
Something tells you that won't be anytime soon. This'll have to be one of those epic tasks that's open for a while.
Yeah, we won't for that yet. Alright, let's get upstairs and try to access that computer. Also, yeah, because there might be stuff that's locked. Which, by the way, is there anything I can do with this over here?
A few bricks have fallen off, revealing a compartment behind the wall. It's too dark to see in.
It means there are firearms.
He likes this find.
Seems like an old bunker from the Revolutionary.
Okay, so they could have used an old antique rifle. Or, assuming they were killed by someone else and he didn't just off himself with his own gun. Because either one of those could have happened. I'm starting to piece together some things here. Let's go with that.
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering, casting the framework in. The speaker comes to.
Good evening. Please repeat. Is this the
Try the
production?
password.
Good. Please repeat the password.
Afterlife. Death.
Good. I've unlocked the production schedule. After ending the call,
Really?
Yes.
She just used the same password? Maybe those radio computer guys aren't that paranoid after all.
Fortress accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today? Thank you. And
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering. With a quiet determination, the printer starts printing, a piece of paper unfolding like a handheld fan. A black crisscross of letters covers its surface.
Read it.
It's a project report written by the lead producer, Andrew Andy Schott, about Whirl Untethered, a radio game developed by Studio Fortress Accident.
We might be getting some metagaming here.
The first few pages give an overview of the capital and workforce, while the rest of it seems to be a production schedule. In its short time of existence, Fortress Accident SCA managed to burn through truly insane amounts of money.
Oh yeah, this isn't doing that background thing, is it? Okay, cool. Vortex management burns through truly insane amount.
The first tranche of seed financing brought in 150,000 Riyal, but then came the delays. Eventually, the damage reached 400,000 Riyal, with only half of the game finished.
God, where did they get all this money?
Let's just say it was a real adventure for their Igaunian investor.
Who worked there? How long?
Fortress Accident employed 18 people, the bulk of the team composed of writers and concept artists. There were also radio programmers, sound engineers, a CEO, 2 marketing experts.
One really confused investor?
And a single overburdened producer who
There we
developed
go.
a habit of popping Pyrrolidon in the basement to escape his obligations. Why did Fortress Accident have so many concept artists?
Yeah.
It didn't.
Didn't need so many?
No,
Or didn't have them?
definitely not. A few more producers could have come in handy though, especially
Yes.
when dealing with writers, some of whom routinely skipped work because of mental health issues and extremely unprofessional sleep schedules. One of them even managed to steal some valuable company property before skipping town for good. The production schedule depicts their glorious descent into bankruptcy.
The concept artists.
Not the concept artists. It wasn't even the writers, with their panic attacks and 3-hour lunches. It was impossible not to fail.
Yeah.
The project was too large, and no amount of money could satiate the ever-expanding ambitions of the development team.
Hey, it's Star Citizen.
They tried to make a 4 million Real game with 400,000 in their bank account. They thought they could bridge the gap with pure willpower and imagination. They couldn't.
So they were done in by their own ambition.
No. Even then, success remained within an ever-narrowing margin of possibility that, despite everything, never entirely disappeared. That is, until they discovered the Valley of the Heads.
The what?
At the 11th hour, the lead designer, Jimsk-born Suliswav Jalisa, decided that what Whirl Untethered needed was a secret mystical location at the extreme edge of the map. This place was to be the Valley of the Heads, where the heads of all the headless constructs could be found. The player would have been able to choose a head for their headless party member, and each head would have been voiced on air by a professional actor.
Okay, that just seems needlessly complicated. Is this some insane shit?
The world had never seen their kind before, and might never again.
How many heads
So
are there,
many.
brother?
The last count, there were approximately 10,000 heads for 10,000 headless men, all of which could be endlessly recombined.
How many combinations could you make out of that? Millions.
Do you really want to know? There seems to be a calculation here, but it may take a while.
Yeah, how bad could it be? Oh dear. Meow. That's a lot of... Oh dear. Keep going.
The lieutenant taps his foot impatiently,
There it is.
his arms folded tight against his chest.
I know we're burning time, but that's it. Yeah, so there's a lot of combinations.
What if you broke the radio computer? What if it's never going to stop?
Please stop. Just let the numbers wash over you.
And that's it.
There. Okay, so that's what did the...
Well, yeah, that and the catastrophic data loss.
Ah, this must be the anomaly soon mentioned.
On the nature of the data loss, there's ominously little information in the production log. It comes at the very end, where things get fuzzy and dark, where tables and numbers seem to vanish into an eerie nothingness, before the Igaunian investors pulled the plug. What is clear is that one day, an unidentified numeric anomaly occurred on the East Insulindian Lintel front, just as the Wirral Untethered project was being compiled that day.
And that anomaly caused all the data to get lost in the air.
When the project was returned, it was completely blank. The team spent weeks on the phone with Lintel, the service provider, but despite their diagnostics, they could never produce a satisfactory explanation or pay for the loss.
Wasn't there a backup?
Mysteriously enough, it seems that the offsite copy happened to be on-site when the catastrophic data loss occurred.
Almost as though it was... If that person had been doing all that, whatever drugs, all the time, they might have started to see in between the lines. And so, yeah, there you go.
It was the lead programmer's responsibility to oversee weekly maintenance of the offsite copy and, well, keep it offsite. An explanatory note from the lead programmer has been attached.
What does it say?
S. Luukinen Kilda, the lead programmer of Fortress Accident. The offsite copy was on-site because there was no offsite anymore. Not for me, not after 8 months of crunch. I didn't have a home anymore, so I started keeping it in the basement in the ice bear refrigerator near where I went to sleep. It was perfectly safe there. The temperature conditions were optimal.
Not very convincing, is it?
Her former colleagues would agree with you.
Is there anything else from this lead
The
program?
production schedule ends with a few random notes that seem to be added sometime later.
Read the next
4 months later, by an unknown author. I am the only one left, and it's gotten rather damp here. A few other businesses have gone under, too. Slipstream switched to making skis, and the hairdressers just left, cursing Martinez. They're right, though. Something's seriously wrong with this place. Martinez, all of it. Still haven't got an answer from Lintel about what happened. All I could get were the physical coordinates of the error on the East Insulindian front on that day. Since the computation happened on air, I reckoned it had to coincide with an actually existing location. I have compared the coordinates to a map of Revachol West. Turns out it's only 800 meters from here. The address is Saint-Brun 1147. I am going there to look this thing in the eye. Saint-Brun 1147? That's what the street sign next to the church said. Tiles on the cube are still smoldering, casting the framework in a soft glow. Fluorescent play and print keys shine. The filament slides out of its glowing nest.
Okay. I'm hoping I can get this to the gal or something. Hello.
Oh, it's you again. Are you looking for a dye?
Yes. Hasn't visited. Oh, have to put a scope into shippers.
I'm sorry. I'm a bit overloaded just now, so I can only produce one dye per customer.
Aw. Okay. I'd like to know why her business didn't fail, unless it's just determination and knowing your clients, not overloading yourself, making a feasible work schedule. How much you want to bet the backup copies in this other fridge?
This orange machine is buzzing like an old submarine. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner on top and an electric freezer that
Get my car bag out. Is that true? Oh, excuse me. Still have to give Renee back his picture.
I like playing in the dark. Sharpens your nocturnal instincts. Feels like being on recon again.
Time. Got anything?
It is such a pleasure to see you again, officer. How may I head the citizens' militia on this fine day?
Talking about Jean-Marc.
Sweet, sweet Jenny. Of
That's
course,
all.
officer.
That's
Sure,
what- yeah,
officer.
That's all.
No,
Oh yeah, we'll go wash this off. Might be able to sing karaoke here in a second. Kim tries to not to look at your broken down bathroom door.
Kim also tries not to look at the pile of taped viscera on the carpet, or the
Yeah.
weird suitcase on the hat rack, or the potted plant dying in the corner. But it's all just too morbid to ignore. The man is finding it hard not to trip on the tape, and not to send any of the bottles rolling across the floor.
Yeah.
Where unidentifiable sludge makes it hard for him to breathe. Smells of vomit in here.
You're looking at the destruction. Sorry for this. Did it My way. Where the magic happens.
No problem, officer.
This. Can't remember if when he calls me officer, if that's his sign of I approve or not. Can't remember.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your clean-shaven face, adorned with the expression. You're still not accustomed to it.
The origin. Use your chain cutters to fix the faucet. Stop steam fogging up the wall. You for now. I figured I'd be able to, shower.
The fan stands still. The switch must be broken because nothing happens. The air in the room is starting to feel like vaporized urine. The lights are on. The switch must be broken because...
Okay. Thing. Well, let's see.
the bed is still cold from the broken window.
Oh, can I fix the... Yeah, I didn't even think about
The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in. You see some lights shimmering outside, but it's difficult to make out the outlines of the buildings below. Dark phantoms with many tiny eyes, chaotically arranged and not looking at you. You see some lights shimmering outside, but it's difficult.
Let's see, can I fix the window?
It's the ledger you found in the trash, a cabbage of papers hanging from the board, with the permeables drawer inside. It's barely held together by a clip, then made complete by the faint smell of urinal cleaner. Yes, you can piece them together using the alphanumeric code on the margin. It always begins with HDB41, then date of initialization and time of arrival on the scene, followed by the title. For example, HDB 41120111700, the next world mural.
Those officer precincts.
Why, yes, your precinct number is 41.
And Harry Dubois, yeah.
Every last alphanumeric in the files begins with it. And these are your case files. It's safe to say HDB are your initials.
Right.
Harrier Dubois, HDB.
Harry Dubois.
This one is relatively easy to reconstruct. Overnight on 1202, a graffito, nay, a mural, appears on an 8-story tenement overlooking central Jamrock. The building is a sparsely inhabited ghost tower, part of a failed real estate development called Grand Couronne. Cause of failure: rent too high. The mural is enormous. Two silhouettes, a man and a woman, are kissing. The text cut into their form reads, "True love is possible, only in the next world. For new people, it is too late for us. Wreak havoc on the middle class." People call it that thing and that fucking thing. It's visible for miles. In 2 days, the station's complaints desk gets clogged with requests to remove the bummer. You and your partner are assigned to the case. The graffito crew is easy to track down. Only the belles lettres have the literage of industrial paint to cover the surface. One of the graffito artists is rumored to be rich. They take responsibility for the execution, but not the design. The ideologue of the next world mural, as the crew calls it, remains an unknown. The case files do not show you finding the author of the design. The crew agrees to clean up after themselves. However, your partner, JV, is against the removal, citing public support for conservation. This leads to a debate in Precinct 41, which then spreads to the streets of Jamrock, ending in a rare plebiscite organized by you and the rest of Row 3. The 9,000 people subjected to the mural's message, all of Lakeside, Central Jamrock, and Villalobos, plus half of the eminent domain, participate in the vote. Although the case begins with what appears to be a lot of rambling on the streets as to how juvenile and stupid the mural is, given a choice between two options.
Might add color.
A staggering 78% of voters choose to keep it. Turns out the opposition were a loud minority. And that love truly is possible in the next world for new people. And it is too late for us.
See, I must have voted and possibly even lobbied to remove the thing because I don't believe in this rubbish one bit. It means to wreak havoc on the middle class. The middle class are not to blame. It's human nature.
Did anyone ask you what you believe in, man with the smelly toilet ledger? What do you want to tackle next? Or are we done? Not much has changed in the mean. Without resistance or sound, the two panels move against each other. The compartment is now open. Inside, you see 2 ticket stubs and a handmade. It's slightly, ever so slightly, difficult to breathe once you've done so. The drawer is locked. Blue ink drips from the white pages in your hand. Your hand shakes. You're flushed with adrenaline.
Put the ledger away. Oh, what just happened? Can I go downstairs and sing karaoke? Page. Oh, string. Yeah, I wonder if she's back in her.
The door is closed.
Can I help you?
Garrett, I found a new bird for the whirling.
What is this thing?
And takes his stuff. It's no biggie. I just thought it would look nice on the wall. I'm that kind of cop.
What, the interior decorating kind? You know, I'm sorry. This is actually a nice bird. A competent piece of taxidermy. I can fix it to the plaque and have a new bird in the establishment, I guess. So, I don't know. Thank you. I'm gonna go with thank you.
People just don't know how to accept gifts, especially taxidermy. He likes it. He likes the bird. It solves his broken bird problem. This was mostly about the fucking cardio. Massive cardio here. You'll live till 90, or you get a heart attack from running.
Right.
I feel good about our work here today. It's all about the little things, like bringing people random stuffed animals.
Yes.
It's not actually about that, but he liked it.
Got the 20 real?
Yep, here you go. Or since I've got a place to stay.
Then why are you wasting my time?
Right. 6. There's a key.
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimpled lock. It's...
See, I guess I can. Wonder if I can bring this new evidence to you. Let's see. Wash off the desk bell. Wash it off. There's a bathtub in your room in the world. Your place to visit once you have some privacy. Okay, fine. I'll pay for my bill.
Hey, was that...
Well, well. Bringing in that new bird sure made a difference in his attitude.
Oh.
Got the 20 real?
Yep.
Good. You got the room for the night, but remember, you'll need another 20 real tomorrow.
Okay. Now let's see if I can use the bathtub. Well, let's see once I have some more privacy, so. Can I fast travel? Okay, not while I'm inside the place. Got it. I wonder if I can do this roll yet.
Behind the dock workers, you see 2, maybe 3 bushes grown into a single
It's not
thicket
time yet.
over
Okay.
a period of circa 50.
Maybe I'm supposed to do it in the morning. Maybe at night. I don't know. Let's go. Go here. He'll tell the ether kids to piss off. Okay. Oh, it's a fast travel point.
A pane of eternite has been planted into the snow, barely holding it up. The pane falls into the icy snow with a soft thunk.
There, now we have a fast travel. Honey, someone's home away from home, just like yours. Oh yeah.
Hello again.
With the... Okay, so I need to put more... Pretty close to the next level. Where is it? The levels. Let's go tell these guys what's the score is, maybe. Speaker, the big companies. Quick save.
Hi again. So, how are things going?
About the church, I checked.
And? What happened?
I ducked the crap.
Oh man! Who is he? What did you think?
Seemed okay, to be honest. Very spiritual. This odd lecture on alcoholism before rambling on and on about mother's love.
Really? Huh. Interesting. What's he doing in the church?
Just preaching and praying for the looks of it. Clear enjoys the physical activity. Guy climbs like a freak. Something sinister going on under the red roof. I think he's getting high or something.
No matter.
Preaching and praying.
Is he gonna be a problem? Yeah, Noid is right. Let's get back to the point. What are we gonna do about him?
These guys will never catch him. You will never catch him. There's nothing to do.
Doesn't ring. Who am I to evict such a person? Actually, he told me that he wouldn't mind the nightclub at all.
I don't know, man. Doesn't it feel like a major hindrance to you? A spooky guy climbing around when all the guests are trying to have nice, friendly hyper time?
Don't worry about it. I don't think he gives a damn about you or anyone
I
else.
guess it's not a massive problem, now that I think of it.
He could even be a mascot.
Everyone is welcome to dance till the morning light! Yeah!
Yeah, good.
Maybe. I guess we'll figure something out. Okay, but what about the other spooker? The one in Grandma's clothes? Did you see her? A programmer? That's odd. What was she like? Did you ask her about the nightclub?
He did not like the idea.
What a pity! That's my favourite thing in the world! And she doesn't like it at all!
A shame. What can we do now? Do you see a way out of this jam? And into a laser-lit future of dance and unity? Unity! Dance!
Dance! She made it very clear that she won't leave until her own project
And
is
you can't
finished.
just evict her?
No, I won't evict her. We have to come up with a different solution. I could go for another try. Bring down the hammer of the law.
Look at you, Honor Man!
No, Noid. He's right. Maybe we've approached it the wrong way after all. I'm sure there's a workaround. We can make a deal not to bother her. If that's okay with her, we only want to get in the church and spread the joy and ecstasy of music.
And your drug lab.
The lines in the dark exist. Coexist.
At least Crabman seems like an advanced being. He's hard. He'll understand.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, he can do his climbing thing in the tower. And the programmer, does she like anodic dance music?
He absolutely does not really, truly despises it.
Egghead cannot believe what you just said. It makes him pump the jam a little slower for a moment, but then he returns to the full swing of it.
No worries. We'll figure it out. If coexisting fails, you can always muscle her out, right? If it's all okay with you, what do you think?
Perhaps if you drop the drug lab, it might make it easier to convince her.
Oh man, but the drug lab was like an integral part of getting the club going.
For me, it was my favourite part. Chemistry's great. Besides, imagine all the drugs we could do if we had our own drug lab. I mean, anodic music is great and all, but drugs, they make you feel really good. When did you last feel really, really good?
But I'm like narcotics, then I feel great. Hey, who needs drugs when you've got all the mysteries of alcohol to discover? So it's true. I've never felt good.
Nah, but you see, no one likes drunk people. Drunk people get into fights and try to hit on everyone.
That's what it meant.
Now, people on speed, however,
Are pretty much the same, but instead of falling asleep at the 12th hour, they go on for 24 hours straight.
I refuse to throw her out, but I can try.
Excellent! Good luck, my friend.
That
Goodbye, officer.
Alright. I actually need to go do some things, do some errands. So I'm gonna save here. Be back in about an hour or so. So, zipping they're saying I'll see you guys back here in just a little while. Until next time.